Okay, welcome back to another video. So I got my notes, and this one's gonna be more of like a research focused video where I wrote down all my notes, and I'm gonna be referring to this. But I wanted to talk about the 1% rule today, right? It's like tiny habits that are really, really tiny, and you're not even gonna notice, but over time they compound and they just get absolutely insane, right? So let's talk about why this is so good, because success doesn't happen overnight. It really doesn't. It's not an overnight leap. It's like we often imagine breakthroughs happening in a flash, like just happening, right? But real success usually comes from consistent, incremental progress. Like this video, I'm trying to be consistent on this channel, and I'm just uploading a video whenever I can. I'm trying to be consistent with it because it's just 1% better, right? Or just 1% rule, right? Even me going to the gym, basically, like, bro, like if you look at me, I was more, if you could go back to the other videos or whatever, I'm chubbier and stuff. But now I'm like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm still pretty chubby, but I know I'm starting to lose the weight and stuff because I was trying to bulk, and I don't know. Never mind that, okay? Never mind. But the idea is that instead of trying to change everything at once, you focus on getting 1% better every day. And trust me, this is super, super easy to do, right? It's like a subtle change, but over time you're just gonna notice it, right? I'm gonna explain that more. But first, let me explain what the 1% rule is, right? It's a simple but really, really powerful improvement principle that is popularized by James Clear, I think that guy's name is. I have it right here, and it's a book called Atomic Habits. If you haven't, go ahead and read that book. I did read that book, and really, that's what I'm going to be talking about today. It aims to improve by 1% every day. It just literally talks about how you can improve 1% every day. It's really, really tiny, and you won't really notice it, but accumulated effect is kind of insane, and I definitely can tell you that I experienced it in real life, like Loki. But it's like the only thing about this is that it's really not hard to do, but it's more about being patient and consistent with the 1% rule, right? It's like it's a compound effect. If have you ever heard, like, 1% of $100, 101, and then 1% of that 101 is like 102.1 or something like that. And it just compounds, right? It's like a snowball effect, right? You just see a snowball start from a little and just boom, massive, right? It's like that. If you improve like 1% each day for a year, you end up roughly 30 times better. Think about that. 1% every single day for a year, you become 37% better. It's kind of crazy, but 37%, you're definitely gonna notice that, right? And if your habits are like 1% worse every day, you'd also go back to zero, right? So it's just like interest and investing and all that, all right? It's more about creating a habit that lets you improve. Like a 1% change at the start is not gonna feel that well, but over time, these small compounding effect is like it grows huge between someone who like is making positive choices every single day and someone who isn't, right? And it's a lot harder to make big changes and keep follow through with those, right? 1% chance, 1% chance, not 1% chance, 1% change is literally way easier to do, right? It's like it's a human nature to want things fast, and you want we you it's like in our nature to undervalue like compounding and 1% and what like little steps could do, right? But the if it wasn't for the little steps, you can't make big steps, right? Like if you didn't even go to the gym, let's say you want to lift like 200 pound on the bench press, right? If you don't even go to the gym and you don't even start lifting, or you don't even start bench pressing, you're not gonna be able to bench press 200. Like, how does that? Unless you're like naturally gifted, which I don't think most people are, and probably you watching, probably not, right? Probably not. Let's be honest, guys. Let's be honest. But is that but the only problem with this method is that yes, 1% is really, really easy to do improvement. I'll give you guys some example later on. I'm just trying to go through this topic list I created. Otherwise, I get out of I literally get brain fog and I talk about random stuff that really doesn't have but like the biggest thing is that with the 1% rule is that it kind of feels invisible. Like you don't see immediate effects, right? It's like gym. Going into the gym and trying to build your dream physique is so hard because the gym is literally the 1% rule, right? It's like you're going to the gym every day consistently, and then only after you've gone for a few months or whatever are you gonna start noticing difference. And then that's the same thing, right? After a year, you're gonna notice even more, and you're gonna be like, before you know it, you're kind of jacked, and you just look better, and you can do more things. You feel more energized and stuff like that. It'll eventually show. Is what I'm saying. If you want to stick to this, um, then start slow and stick to it. Consistency. Remember about consistency, right? To remember consistency. Like, and especially like let me give you guys an example. Like there's a popular myth, it's called 21 days, where if you do something for 21 days, um it's like it becomes a habit. But it's really not 21 days, it's more like 2 months, which is like 66 days. If you do something for 60, it actually becomes automatic, right? So the first 2 months, it might feel hard. It might feel like weird, but after 2 months, you're just gonna feel um pretty. I don't know. Just it's gonna be a habit, and you're just gonna be able to do it easily, right? Just try it. Go for 2 months. Just try it. 2 months, right? Just give it 2 months, and it's sustainable. Don't make rapid changes because you're not like it's like the thing with the New Year's um, you know, goals and people set, right? It's like I'm gonna go to the gym and they don't because it's like a radical shift in their whole lifestyle and you can't really do that. You can't really make a whole radical lifestyle change and expect it to work out. It just doesn't, right? Um a famous study for like British cycling, it was like there was from the British cycling team, right? In 2003, Coach Dave I'm sorry, I can't say his name. I'm gonna be for real, but I'm just gonna read it off. He implemented a strategy called the aggregation of marginal gains, meaning it's where he found 1% improvements in every aspect of cycling. They made tiny tweaks to the bike cycle. They made the seats more comfortable. They made rubbing alcohol on the tires for better grip, and like just like doing 1%, finding 1% better every time, right? In every aspect, right? Whether it's like and at first, these changes seem like, why would you bother, like, right? Like, why would you bother changing doing this one? But like, guess what? In 5 years, the Great British went from mediocre to literally winning 60% of the gold medals into the 2008 Olympics. Kind of insane, right? Kind of insane. And like 2010, they even like did the. Uh, it's just crazy, It's just crazy. It's like for example, I'll give you my example. I go to the gym pretty regularly now. But a month ago I didn't, right? And the reason I am going to the gym pretty regularly and whatnot is because I'm not happy with I don't know, my physique and how I was gaining weight and stuff. I didn't really like that. So, and I also wanted to be healthier as a person, and I was kind of feeling like down. Energy wasn't there all the time, right? So I decided to go to the gym And slowly, I hated going to the gym, low key, like, but it's like also go with a friend or something, it helps, or do something with a friend. Or do try it, like the 1% thing with a friend, so you guys can keep each other accountable, right? Um, but essentially, I did that. Now I'm starting to notice my change in my mood, my energy and everything. And honestly, I'm not even gonna lie, I think I'm way more leaner than before. I don't think I was this lean before. But and it's only been like what, 2 months, maybe not, maybe 1.5 month. And and that's because I've been slowly, like, going to the gym is doing 1%. And that's for going to the gym, right? Early in the morning, just waking up and going to the gym. And eating is the same thing. I'm trying to eat healthy. Like today, I had a smoothie with like the healthiest smoothie ever. I got a bunch of fruits. I got spinach. I know you guys were like, "What the hell? Why are you adding spinach to a smoothie?" Health benefit, guys. I just swallow it. Okay, it's like it's easy, bro. I mean, yeah, it's easy, right? And it's health beneficial. I don't know. It's beneficial for your health. Okay, but there's a bunch of rule, like even financial people, they also really emphasize the power of compounding. Like, Warren Buffett literally compounded crazy gains like 28% year over year, and that turned him into his, like, I don't know, say less money into a lot money, essentially making him one of the richest people, right? So how do you do it? Well, put simply, begin with a habit. So tiny it feels like kind of stupid, but like, I don't know, start walking every day for 5 minutes, or 10 squats or push-ups or whatever every single day. Just stick to it. Build that habit first. Instead of and then start building momentum on that. Do like a little bit more once you actually have that habit, right? Increase it. And maybe do 2 minutes of meditation when you're like brushing your teeth, after you're brushing your teeth, not while you're brushing your teeth. Doing meditation while brushing your teeth would be very weird. How do you do that? I don't even know. I don't know why I did that. Okay. Or when you sit down to lunch, drink a glass of water first before you eat the lunch. I don't know, because we tend to be really, really not hydrated a lot of the time. I'm also thankful that, even when I'm streaming, I end up sometimes not drinking water. I'm thankful that my viewers tell me to drink water. Appreciate you guys, by the way, for that. Um, but really, just track if you're doing things on right, if you're doing right, and just build that discipline and consistency. And that 1% rule is gonna start to take your life in a good direction. Just trust the process, right? Just stay consistent. Little by little becomes a lot, right? Positive habits, trust the process, and eventually you're gonna see some actual thing where you'll be like, "What the hell? I did that." But yeah, that's Atomic Habit. I don't know if I yap too much, but thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna end it. I don't These videos are getting progressively longer. It's because I'm actually adding research to the videos instead of just yapping off my brain. Because if I do research, I'm not gonna lie, I learn a lot and I can give you guys something to learn. So yes. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna end this here, and yeah, hit the like if you enjoyed it. It really helps. It lets me know if 1% likes the video. Like, that means a lot. I know that 1% found it useful. So thank you guys. I'll see you on the next one. Consistency, please. 1%. Remember.